Hey there, folks. I'm just gonna do a quick little update thing here. I realize I haven't been around very much lately, and I wanted to kind of fill you in. Nothing's wrong. I just haven't really been doing much. A lot of it's been because I, got the Switch. So I've been playing a lot of Zelda, but I've mostly just been working kind of behind the scenes on some stuff, like the Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy VI, that kind of stuff that is finally out. Final Fantasy VIII started this past weekend, so there's that now. But I haven't had a lot of motivation to do any creative stuff. I don't know. I'm work and school and stuff is kind of just draining me. So I get home at night and just want to play games and relax. So I've got ideas, but I haven't really gotten to any of them recently. But I have been up to stuff, just not here. I wanted to kind of take some time to talk about a little thing that I've been up to with some friends. Myself and Thomas, who was formerly known as Tainted Cain, but is now officially just Thomas, and Nero the Hero, and Fishing for Cookie, both halves of those. We have all created a website called Charge Shot, and I'll put the links up to that, here, down in the description, all the places. We've kind of created this little multimedia website where we have some game reviews, coverage of new or, in development games. We have a weekly podcast, which is a lot of fun to do. I haven't been able to do it every week lately because, like I said, it's been really busy. I've been kind of overwhelmed with stuff. But I try to be on there as much as possible because it is really fun. And I look forward to it every week when I can do it. But there's usually at least 3 of us on there. And we've been starting to have some guests. We've had our buddy G Hero on there, and also of G Hero's Game Room, by the way. Quick shout out to him. I'll put that up there. And also Epic Hedgie, who I'm sure all of you know. We had him on this past weekend. But yeah, so check out the website, chargeshot.com. I'll put that up here, like I said. There's also a Patreon for it because we are just doing it, as a loving hobby. But it would be great to be able to actually make some money from it someday. And of course, website hosting isn't necessarily cheap. And Thomas has been doing all of that out of pocket. So if you do enjoy what you see and feel obliged to help us out, you do get early access to some content like the podcasts. A lot of the videos go up early for you, things like that. If you become a Patreon supporter, there's different tiers. You can look at all those on there. I don't want to go through it all, but there's things like game giveaways, chances to play with us, perks like that, fun stuff. So we're hoping to kind of get more of a community there. Just wanted to kind of do a little shout out of that because it is a lot of fun and I really enjoy doing it, but it's part of why I haven't been doing much here. I've been getting a lot of enjoyment out of that, and it feels more like, no offense to this, but with the state of YouTube as it is and all, this site kind of feels more like a lucrative business endeavor. I actually had an interview with a game developer, a game that I've covered on here before, Funk Unplugged. I interviewed them for the site, and it was the first time I've ever interviewed a game developer, which was really cool, and I had a lot of fun with that. So again, you can go listen to that. It's just kind of an extra episode of the podcast if you think of it that way, but it is its own feature on the site. We covered the game again as well in a newer build, so if you've been kind of if you've been following the development of that game, go check that out over there too. We've been getting some really cool perks and stuff, and that's the kind of thing that I can use for a resume, and also potentially, build something out of. So, no offense to the content here, it's not going anywhere. I'm not, deleting the channel or anything. I'm just kind of refocusing my efforts. I used to do game reviews and stuff on here, putting that all over on the site. Anything that I would review for here, going on the site. So if you like me, if you like the stuff I do, if you like, the other people I mentioned and like what they do, go check that out because it's all of us at our best doing stuff together. It's a lot of fun. I've harped on that a lot, but this is about where I've been, and that's a big part of where I've been. So I wanted to make sure that was clear. And on that note, I've been trying to kind of get some more professional stuff made. Things that I could actually potentially make some money doing someday, because I don't really want a 9-to-5 job for the rest of my life. I kind of want to work for myself. There's a personal enjoyment for that. and so I'm, trying to invest in my future a little bit. But I got a thing that I'm not going to do like an unboxing of or anything, but I just kind of wanted to show it off. It's a portable recorder. This is a really good brand, or just general recorder. It's like $99 on Amazon, American, of course. But yeah, little guy. Just takes a micro SD, pretty small, and it has an XY cross pattern for the microphones. So instead of being just like two things pointed straight up, where it just literally gets like the forward momentum, it actually does a crosshatch, so it can get a more stereo sound while still sounding very rich and good. It has some things like noise reduction. There's some stuff on the back here. Again, this isn't a full review or anything, just kind of going over it real quick. But yeah, it's got some noise reduction. You can toggle between the wave and MP3 recording. A lot of really good features on here. It also can hook into like a DSLR mic or a DSLR camera or something like that to be an external mic. There's a dock on the back to stick it into like a tripod. So a lot of variety in this little guy. I was gonna do a little kind of audio test between the two. My normal blue snowball, sorry, and this little guy, just to kind of see the difference. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't expect it to be like the quality of this, but I want to test it. So I'll kind of explain why I wanted this thing while I'm using it to talk on. So 1 second. Okay. So basically, I want to kind of do some more like professional interviews and things like that. I kind of got the itch with that interview. Granted, it was online. It was just a Discord call. But I'm going to Planet Comic-Con again this year. And last year I didn't really do much. I was kind of, enamored by everything around. I got a little bit of footage and kind of cut it together cleverly to make it seem like I had more than I really had. But it really was just like some random B-roll in my narration. This year, I'd really like to do some features for the site and stuff like that. So I thought, get a little portable recorder like this guy. And I also have a selfie stick on the way, which I never thought I'd own, but, you do what you gotta do. And then I can have that with either my camera or my phone on it. Because my Pixel phone does 4K video, so I could possibly have that up. And this guy, kind of point it at me or the person or both, whatever the case is, get a really nice frame in there and have some good quality audio, because this does have noise reduction on it to kind of clear out some of the, convention sound, and ideally get some good quality audio with this guy and actually, piece together some cool like video features and maybe like another special edition of the podcast to put up, talking to people, going around, like meeting cosplayers, things like that. Like I want to make it a thing. To put up and have it, kind of be like an advertisement for the convention. Because if you live in the, Kansas to Missouri to really anywhere in that area, Planet Comic-Con is an excellent place to go. And I do have some local people on here, and also just, people that might be curious about the event and would look for something like that. Because the big ones get, like San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, even like PAX and stuff get a lot of good coverage. But these little local conventions don't get the love they deserve. So I invested in this little guy with some of my tax return, and like my mom gave me money for my birthday. So, I had that to kind of help out. But I've been eyeing this thing for a while. It was in my wish list from like Christmas time, I think. And I decided to finally take the leap. So I hope it sounds good. They also do make like windscreens for this, so I might invest in one of those to kind of help out with some of the hissing and other pops and things that might happen. Okay, yeah, now it's on MP3 recording, and it said 33 minutes, where before it said 3 minutes for WAV. So if I can get 10 times the amount of storage out of this thing and not have to get another micro SD card, that would be ideal. But I would love to get a nice DSLR someday, because right now I just have a regular like Handycam, my GoPro, and my phone, which I might use more in place of the webcam here. But I'll have to see. I don't know how to mount it or anything, so it could be an issue. Right now I'm just kind of rambling, by the way, to get the quality difference in here. So I'm just talking, just talking. But another thing I was thinking of doing is, like I said, I haven't had a lot of content up lately, and I feel bad about that. Like, I haven't been around much, honestly, lately to do, either watch or make anything, really. because the time I am home, like I said, I've been spending either with Zelda or other random stuff. But also I've just had a lot going on. So the next month isn't really going to get any easier with my friend's wedding and the convention and all this stuff. So I don't see a lot of that changing in the near future. But at work, I listen to like 40 hours of podcasts during the week. Because that's pretty much what I do during the day. I just have, data entry with headphones in. So I was kind of thinking of starting just like a little series of like my opinions on things. Like just, having raw gameplay up on the screen, nothing major, so that it lets me cut audio better than like this where it would look choppy, and I kind of hate like quick cuts in video. There will be for this one because I've been lazy, honestly, and not really thinking about where my cuts will be. Doing just like some kind of serious opinion pieces, like all the issues with YouTube lately, kind of, maybe some more lighthearted stuff, like just my thoughts on like the comic book shows, whatever the case right now, and maybe some other stuff like just actual, like, not necessarily political topics. I don't really do politics, like some real world issues. The state of like freedom of speech, for example, was kind of one I was tossing around for a little while. Just things that I have views on and wouldn't mind sharing if you guys want to listen. So like I said, it would mostly be kind of like podcast form, but like shorter, probably in the, maybe 5 to 15 minutes, depending on the topic. And just random gameplay footage of whatever I am playing at the time and feel like recording, because like I said, I don't really get much time to do stuff, so I kind of just game casually these days. So if I can just record something and then have it up while I, talk, not like talking while playing, just like literally put the footage up and then whatever I'm saying, just so there's something on the screen that you guys can watch while you listen to me or whatever. If you don't want that, that's fine. I don't have to. I could do it anyway. It doesn't really matter if it gets views or not. I just kind of want to share some of this stuff. I don't know. I feel like I've kind of lost the ability to communicate lately. Like, I don't talk a lot at work. I listen to things, and I talk to Brooke, but that's about it most of my days. So like, I'm not having like in-depth conversations with like groups of people or anything. So if we can get that that back and forth through like the comments section or whatever, I'd be up to that. Yeah, just let me know about that. This has gone on long enough, so I'm gonna quit this. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. Just a lot of life getting in the way. New site that's been really exciting, and I've been kind of putting a focus on. And then, of course, like I said, Final Fantasy is back. Go watch that. 8 will finish up in about 2 months. There's like 12 episodes left, 11 more episodes left of that. And then I'm hoping to have as little bit of a break as possible between 8 and 6. Get your stuff in, please. I have a kind of a soft deadline of the end of April, so that I can get it all put in place before Final Fantasy 8 ends, and then ideally there'll only be like a week or so break between 8 and 6. I don't really want another like 3 months like there was between Disc 2 and Disc 3 and 4 of Final Fantasy 8. That kind of made me mad, but things happen, I get it. But I feel like people can't sustain the momentum of the story when there's not much of a break. Granted, it's a little bit different when it's between games, but I like to keep that hype going. So, if people are like, Final Fantasy 8's over, I want more, boom, have some 6. So that's looking really good so far. I'm excited to kind of be able to play around with it a little bit more, because with a 3D game, there's only so much you can do as far as like the kind of, cinematic quality of it, because it's all just there. But with 6, I'm kind of taking some different aspects of the game and like making it my own a little bit. I'm having more fun with the editing, things like that. So I'm really excited to show you that. If I get some more voices in sooner, like some of the main cast, I'll put up a trailer. Otherwise, I don't really have enough to do. But yeah, that's kind of up to you guys. So if you want a trailer, then get your stuff in sooner. But anyway, I've rambled long enough. I'm gonna end this. But until next time, have fun and go check out Charge Shot.